So why do things break when we open up an app in After Effects on different machines, or when you submit them for your homework, or you hand them to a colleague or fellow student for them to open up on their computers? I'm going to try to recreate the condition as I generally see it happen in the academic environment, but do understand that in rare circumstances, this actually happens in professional environments as well. It's usually an honest mistake in professional environments, whereas in academic environments, it's a lack of understanding. And that's what this video is really trying to overcome. So I have After Effects open here, and let me jump around. I'm going to show you a few things here. Well, first of all, let me show you my computer here that I'm actually recording all of this on. I've got a C drive, a D drive, an E drive, an F drive, a DVD read-write drive, and a Z drive. Now all of these are solid-state drives except for this. This is just a platter drive that's portable. But each of these are separate pieces of hardware. They're not partitioned or anything else. And on top of that, I've got a desktop. So these are the kind of things that could cause problems if my files are located or scattered on all of these drives. So in this working drive, right at the top, I created a My Project. Now I'm going to retitle this. I'm starting off from scratch, just like you. Maybe I'm creating an animatic, maybe I'm creating something else. We're going to call this File ORG project. So that's the name of my project directory. When I go inside, it's the standard AEP files, the video export, the audio import, the documents folder, the graphics, and the video. I've already gone and created a video on how to organize your work in here. This is supplemental to that video. So let me back out of here, and I'm just going to move this off screen, but I'm going to load up some files here, and they're going to be from random locations intentionally. Now it's not probably so random for you, but I'm going to go import file, and let's see here. I will see what files I have on my machine. We'll throw this video in. Loads up, and I won't even load it in the comp yet. I'm just loading up a bunch of stuff. Load up another one, and let's see here. Oh, looking for... Suddenly I don't know where any of my pictures are. I'll grab this. Happens to be available. I'm going to grab a couple more. This time I've been importing these from the E drive that I showed you earlier, but this time I'm going to go over to my D drive. Let's see what we have over there. Windmills. I know there's pictures in here. And I'm going to go import from another drive. Get out of here, and I will go into my runner, and let's see what we have here. Let's go with that storyboard Targa. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it is a good picture, okay. And then one more. And this time we will pull it from, say, my Z drive. So I think I've picked pictures or assets from each of the drives that I own right now. Circle? Yeah, why not? That's an Illustrator file. So I'm going to import that. Now, maybe I'll make a quick comp here. It doesn't matter what size. And I drop all of them in. These two as well. So all my assets are in, and I will quickly go over and change the duration of these, or at least most of them. These are all static except for the one. So I'll open up my duration panel first. Then I'll grab these, and I'm going to just change the duration there to, and I'm working in frames once again. I'm going to change these to 30 frames each. So those are now small, and I'm going to offset them, and I'm going to drop my video down to the bottom, but that'll just kind of give us something as a general working consideration. So this is kind of how it plays out. It's ugly, I know, but let's say that is, you know, a normal project. I now come up here, and because I'm an organized and professional individual, I create some folders. So I'm going to call this videos. I'm going to put all my videos in there, and I happen to have one video. This is all good workflow in this particular case. Now I'm going to go and create a new folder, and I'm going to call this static assets. And because all of these are non-moving assets, I'm just going to throw them in here in my static assets. So I have my comp, my static assets, and my videos. And if I know I'm going to have a lot of comps, I might create a new folder and call it comps. And I would label my comps, absolutely label them. So I go to rename, and I will call this demo comp. So I'm happy with what I did. I'm pretty sure the professor's going to like my work, and I am going to save this file off. Go File, Save As. And in this case, I know that me organized by name. Where is my folder? E drive. Oh, I renamed my folder. Apologies, and I forgot what I named it. File org project. Now I'm actually going to change this for easy access. So I like putting an underscore for things I use at the moment or often. By putting these underscores there, I can quickly label or go by name, toggle things by name, and it's right at the top. So in here, great, and I'm going to name my, I'm going to put my After Effects file in the AEP folder. I'm going to name it appropriately, so file org underscore 001, and I hit save. And now when I look at, bring this into frame here, when I look at things by name, there's my underscore file or org, and here are all my folders. Now I did not intentionally put the assets that are in this AEP file into the appropriate folders. They're floating around on all of my other hard drives. So if I go ahead and I take this and I right click, and I happen to use WinRAR for my archiving. It's similar to WinZip, but I can even create a zip out of this, and I usually do. So I basically say create a zip, and it finishes, and somewhere in here, there it is. There's my zip file. I'm happy with it. I think I packed it right, and I then upload it for my assignment. And then what happens is when we open it up, everything is broken. So here's, now I'm going to actually go File, New, to dump this file. This is a blank scene. Let's pretend that I'm you. You're going, okay, well great. Let me test my own workout. So File, Open Project. And you're going to go File, Org 001. You're going to go Open. And you're going, okay, well nothing's broken. Well, that's because it's already residing on all the places that we originally had, or that are on your hard drive. So all of these, we haven't changed them. They're still finding them in these locations. Okay? So let me show you, let me break this then. I need to kind of do a little bit of research here. It might take a moment, so I apologize. I might pause the video as I move forward here. Okay, so let's assume that I have figured out that I know that all of these are located all over the place. If I go up into here and I right click up here, I can show the columns. Really what I want to do, I don't need to see the frame rates. I'm just cleaning this up. I want to see, I don't need to see, I want to see the type. I don't need to see the duration at this point. But I want to see their file path. So let's see here. File path. There we go. There we go. So that's the file path, the type. I'm going to move file path actually over so it's prominent in this example. And I can see here are, and it's going to probably be hard to see in the video, but D windmills, my windmill image. That's the windmill image. My capture, that happens to be on the E drive, not the D drive. The storyboard shot here, this is on my E or my F drive. And then finally this circle is on my Z drive. Well, I need to organize these. I need to collect them and put them in the appropriate folder. So I'm going to open up two directories here. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my E drive and get into my project files here, and I'm just going to leave this one open, but I'm going to also then start searching for some of these other files. And I'm going to be shuffling these windows about, so try to bear with me here. But the first one I'm going to grab in order is the D Windmills file here. So I'm going to take this, and that happens to be in the D drive, so I right click, open a new window, and where's my Windmills folder? And which one is this? This is Windmills 801. So it's this one. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to throw it into my graphics import because that's where it would normally belong. Organize my files. So that's the first one. I drop it in there. And then I go to, okay, E drive capture. So here I'm going to go to my E drive. And somewhere down here, there's the capture. So I'm going to take capture. Again, it's a static image. I'm going to drop that into, and I'm going to copy it actually into my graphics import. And what is the next one? The next one is storyboard, and that's on the F drive, student animatics. So I know where that is. Just make sure I have the right one. Storyboard 010. So here I will dig up in my F drive, and here, and I believe it is then graphics import, and here it is. So again, a static image, and I'm going to drop it into my graphics import, and I copied it. And I think I have one more static image. Yes, my circle. So that happens to be in my Z drive. Let me close some of these up. Z drive, and the circle is right here. And once again, another static import. So graphics import goes in there. And now I'm going to grab my video. That video was on the E drive. And it's this video right here that I need to grab. So there it is. And now it's a video import. I'm going to copy that. So video import. And so I've taken all of the files then from my After Effects scene, and I've actually put them in the appropriate directories. Okay? The problem is it's still broken because inside of After Effects it's looking for them at these locations. So now to fix this, what I need to do is reload each of the pieces. So on this one I'm going to go right click on it, and I'm going to go replace the footage file, and I am going to go into my E drive, my project, and the graphics import. This is a static graphic, so that is my windmill. There's my windmill, and I click import. Okay, So now I can see it's in the graphics import directory, and that's where it should be. So I go to the capture, do the same thing. And there's the capture, and I go import. And the storyboard. There's my storyboard and my circle. And then finally my video. And this I have to get out of the graphics import because I know that video's in the video import. There it is. So now here there's a consistency. Everything's coming from the E drive, the file org project folder, the graphics import folder for the static graphics, etc. But the big important part is that, let's see here, E drive, is that it's looking always in this folder for those files. This is what you really need to be paying attention to when you submit your work. Is everything coming from the appropriate folder? And if it is, then you can rest assured that when you submit it or deliver it to another computer or whatever the case might be, it's going to transfer everything as it needs it. And by the way, I need to resave my After Effects file with these new paths. So File, Save As, and I'm just going to save it on top of that first one. Actually, no, I'm going to save it as a version 2. That way I can have a broken one and a fixed one. Just have to remember it's the fixed one. So now, when I take this folder and I zip it up, okay, it happens to be 32 megs, and I zip it up, I can upload this to anywhere, and anyone will be able to open it. I'm going to show you even a few more tricks, how important it is to make sure everything's in one location relative to each other, because it's basically After Effects is going, okay, my AEP file's in here, so I need to go up a directory, and I need to find this folder, and then I need to find the file in that folder for each one of these types of assets. So it's the actual, whatever I title this, I could retitle this. In fact, I will right now. File, I just saved it, so File, New Project. I just cleared out After Effects. I'm going to quickly go over here, and there's that. I'm going to rename my project folder, and I will call it, say, capital F, and only give it 1 underscore in this case. So now I can go File, Open Project. I can go into my E drive, if I can find it. There's the project as I renamed it. I can then go in the AEP files, and there's that second file. I open it up. Everything loads beautifully. And I can go ahead and evaluate it or continue working on it or whatever the case might be. But all of these paths have been resolved. Let's see what happens when I open up the first version. Open project, don't save. Watch, I'll get an After Effects crash on me here. Don't crash. Oh, lucky me. Okay, file org underscore 001. I open that up. Now, this didn't break either, but that's because, again, I haven't changed the relative nature of these. It's going out of the folder. Let me bring it back up. It's going out of this folder. So again, the name of this project folder is mostly irrelevant. I say that mostly, so please take that into consideration. Don't be getting crazy with renaming this folder, but it's not critical that it keeps its name. What is critical is the location relationship from the AEP file, these files, to the footage that was imported into the software. So I hope that helps, and it's critically important that you are able to upload your projects without issue, because here's what happens when we see it and it's broken. And open up another project, and I know I've got some bad ones here, so let's say I go to, I think B is a bad project. We'll see. It might just be A. Nope, that's a good project. So I'll go up and go into A, because I know A is just a terrible project. So in here, you can see that this particular individual, and this literally was the way someone handed their stuff in. I mean, family pictures. What do I need your family pictures for? Why do I need your term papers? They were clearly organizing this for themselves in a way that is not even applicable to this class. But when I go into student A, Animatic, and I open up, say, that one, oh, 14 files are missing since you last saved this project. And you know, as I scrub through, I don't get to see anything. This is basically everything I see. I can't evaluate that. So please understand how important this is, and do take the time to learn this.